China is going to pay for what they have done to this country and the world.
Wow. Looks like that Marine forgot to eat his crayons today. We're going to talk about what the issue is with some of the stuff in this video and what you can take away from it, and obviously the mindset you should probably come to the military with. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to NickyMGTV for another video. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. And I say this every time. Please subscribe. Appreciate it. And I want to get into this video topic. It's been surfaced across Reddit, Task and Purpose. All these people are sharing it, of some of the just craziness that we see from junior enlisted coming into the military. Now, this is a video where he's blasting China and saying that they're going to pay for this, but we're going to go into that. And I want to give the backstory. This is PFC Jarrett Morford, which has only been in since freaking March of this year, right? Like at the break of COVID. So he's probably a little bitter as far as coming into the military, because he's probably, ROMmed or isolated at some point. And then on top of that, he also is a comms guy. So you're going to have to watch this video and kind of look at it from that perspective of, he's not a 0311. He's not a dude that's trying to go be infantry. He's not a dude that's trying to be recon. He's not a dude that's trying to be any of that. He's a comms guy. And if you guys know about the Marine Corps specifically, they do have a brotherhood specifically for people that are infantry. And that is something that if you're somewhere else in the Marine Corps, you can't fake that you are infantry or try and act tough like you are infantry, which is kind of why this guy's probably going to be checked even harder.
As the Honorable Trump said on Twitter today.
First off, I don't mind that you are citing the president. I think, honestly, I'll say this before we get into it as well. I really believe that this guy thinks that because he cites the president in the beginning, that totally justifies every other thing that he says and kind of goes off the rails. But I will give him credit. He had some bearing to understand to call him the honorable president. But looking at it, you're like, the rest of this just goes like a big roller coaster down the hill, pretty much.
It was China's fault. China is going to pay for what they have done to this country and the world.
Do I have to remind you guys, this guy is a comms Marine? Yes, he is a, whatever the dance is, Marine.
He's a Marine. First to fight, he's loyal. Honor, courage, commitment. Core values simplify. Oorah, he's a Marine.
That's something we can appreciate, but I want to say, chill, dude. That's what I mean. Like, you can tell how intense he is without even really needing to be that intense. Like, we're not in a war with China right now. Yes, there are tensions that are on trade wars and also South China Sea. You can just watch the news on that as well. But you are not the sole person that's going to make that happen or the sole person that will execute that unless you are ordered to do so.
I don't give a chink-headed motherfucker comes up to me when I'm in the fleet.
This part makes me cringe because he says, when I'm in the fleet. Like, that's a saying that every person from the Navy and Marine Corps uses, like, in the fleet or when I'm going to the fleet. That just means when you're done with all your training. This dude has not even left training yet, which is kind of like, you can appreciate that he is this motivated to follow out whatever it takes to be that Marine. But at the same time, man, this is the right place, the right people that you say this in front of, not the entire social media. If this is something that you're trying to hype up with all the people that are around you in your A school, your basic training type stuff, where you're like, we are preparing for war, which is a good mentality to have, but also it's having it tuned in to a level which is not going to just be non-constructive BS at this point.
Say 556. That's all I gotta say. Say 556.
He's referring to the round, the 5.56 rounds. If you guys don't know, if you guys are not in the military, looking at that, yes, he is referring that he would shoot them. So that is cringy enough, as I want to say. And before you guys get on your bandwagon of the idea that we are, bringing the Marine Corps down and being more soft and being. The difference here is that there are leadership people that have that jurisdiction and that role to kind of have this portrayal in a more professional way. And obviously the terms that he used as far as referring to the Chinese people is insensitive to people that are Chinese, you know. And like I said, I can appreciate his wanting to serve the Marine Corps mission to the T and be that guy, but he joined the wrong job. You know, that is what it is. But looking at this, it's one of those things like, I can appreciate that, but I also think there's a right way to do it. And I'm going to tell you this right now, the social media handbook that is out there that talks about this. And also, by the way, the Marine Corps made everybody sign a social media page 13, I believe it was, or what they call it, saying that they understood social media policy, understanding all that. I'm sure that's probably something he has been briefed on, and that was during this time period. And that brings us to the point of PFC. Yes, I said PFC. He's just brand new. Remember that. Jarrett Morford, which he is honestly just starting his career. And one of those things that I want to say to a lot of people that are coming in is that the military, usually when you first come in, you have some leeway of understanding what we do and don't do, right? And obviously he just got out of boot camp. He's got in A school waiting to go to his first duty station. Do I want to say it's appropriate that what he said? No, but do I think that he should be punished as far as a UCMJ non-judicial punishment? Something to do that and maybe learn a little bit about, I don't know, the several cultures of people that come into the military across every single branch. Because my question is, what happens at the point where he ends up saying these kinds of words to a brother that is Chinese in the Marine Corps or any branch for that matter? So it does bring a divide, and you're not wanting that to seep into the Marine Corps. You're wanting it to be a cohesive unit. Do I think that he's relating that to people that are in the military that are serving alongside him? No, but I could see how those people would not want to help this guy out. And, you know, those things can deteriorate the mission and deteriorate that brotherhood that you find, and honestly are effective ability to actually fight our enemies. So Jarrett Morford, PFC, I just want to say, listen, man, this is something you are going to have to take in stride. You're going to be known as that dude for a while. Hopefully you can change that when you arrive at your first command and, you know, everything works out for you. Because I do believe people make mistakes, and, you know, this is just a much bigger one that you're having to deal with. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this. Can you appreciate where he's coming from? Are you a person that just thinks he should be kicked out? You know, I think those are people on two different ends of that spectrum that could definitely fight for one way or the other. But again, I leave that to you guys in the comments below. And as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.